It's Thursday night football. Baltimore Ravens at Miami Dolphins. A primetime matchup where both teams are fighting not for glory, but for survival. The Ravens come in 2-5, the Dolphins 2-6, and under the lights of Hard Rock Stadium, one of them has to stop the bleeding. Let's start at quarterback. For Baltimore, Lamar Jackson makes his long-awaited return after missing 3 games with a hamstring injury. When he's healthy, the entire offense bends around his gravity, a player who can change the shape of a defense with one step. But this is his first game back, on a short week, in the heat of Miami. That's a tough stage for a muscle that's not fully battle-tested. Lamar's adrenaline may be sky-high, but fatigue and tension will creep in as the game wears on. On the other sideline, Tua Tagovailoa leads a Dolphins team that's running out of second chances. His numbers have dipped, but his quick release and chemistry with Jalen Waddle remain lethal against teams that can't pressure him. And Baltimore, without Nnamdi Madubuike on the interior, has struggled to collapse the pocket. Expect Tua to find rhythm early through short timing routes, forcing the Ravens' thin secondary to tackle in space. Game analysis? The Ravens' offense should wake up with Lamar and Derrick Henry sharing the backfield, but their defense won't keep pace. Miami's speed and tempo can exploit a tired front seven, especially in the second half. And when you mix short rest, travel, and an inflated line, the edges lean one way: the underdog. And today's AI pick is the Miami Dolphins plus 7.5. Will we cash or will we burn? Stay tuned. On to our recap of Week 8, where we break down every AI pick from last week and find out exactly that. Did we cash or did we burn? And now we move on to our recap of Week 8. Last Thursday night, it was the Vikings versus the Chargers, and our AI pick was under 44.5. The logic was simple: 2 struggling offenses on short rest, both leaning conservative. But sometimes, the data burns back. Justin Herbert threw for 3 touchdowns, the Chargers' offense exploded for 37 points, and the total sailed way over. Did we cash or did we burn? We burned. Final score: Chargers 37, Vikings 10. Now on to the next game, where the fire resets and the system hunts for redemption. Sunday at 1 p.m., our Week 8 slate kicked off with the Dolphins versus the Falcons, and our AI pick was Miami plus 7.5. The logic was sharp, both teams trending down, but Miami had the structural edge: speed, tempo, and desperation. And this time, the data delivered. Tua Tagovailoa lit up Atlanta for 4 touchdown passes, the Dolphins dominated 34-10, and the plus 7.5 ticket never broke a sweat. Did we cash or did we burn? We cashed, clean and early. Now, on to the next game, where the system keeps its rhythm and the burn line resets. Next up on Sunday, it was the Jets versus the Bengals, and our AI pick was New York plus 6.5. The model saw it: emotional volatility, inflated line, and a Bengals team fading fast. The Jets came in winless, desperate and undervalued. That desperation turned into fire. Justin Fields threw for 244 yards, Breece Hall scored 3 times, and New York erupted for 39 points in a wild comeback thriller, taking down Cincinnati 39-38. Did we cash or did we burn? We cashed. Big. On to the next game, where the edges tighten and the rhythm keeps burning forward.
Next up, it was the Giants versus the Eagles, and our AI pick was over 43.5. The system projected an offensive rebound on both sides, Jalen Hurts heating up and New York's defense trending down. The data didn't just hit, it soared. Saquon Barkley ripped off a 65-yard touchdown on his first carry. Hurts threw 4 TD passes, and the Eagles rolled to a 38-20 win. Points came fast and never slowed. Did we cash or did we burn? We cashed, clean, decisive, and early. Now we move on to the next game, where the line bends again under fire. Next up, it was the Bills versus the Panthers, and our AI pick was under 46.5. The model leaned on Carolina's defense and projected post-bye rust from Buffalo. But Josh Allen and James Cook didn't read the script. Cook ran wild for 216 yards and 2 touchdowns. Allen added 3 more scores, and the Bills turned this one into a track meet, rolling 40-9. The game was over, and so was our under by the third quarter. Did we cash or did we burn? We burned, and it burned fast. Now we move on. Still calculating, still chasing the edge. Our next matchup was the Browns versus the Patriots, and our AI pick was Cleveland +7. The model projected defensive leverage and a possible Patriots regression, but even Myles Garrett's 5-sack showcase couldn't flip the script. Rookie quarterback Dylan Gabriel fought hard, yet New England rookie Drake May found his rhythm with 3 second-half touchdowns as the Patriots rolled 32-13. Did we cash or did we burn? We burned. The +7 never found oxygen. Now on to the next game, where the data resets, the edge recalibrates, and the ritual of the recap keeps burning forward. Next, it was the Bears versus the Ravens, and our AI pick was Baltimore -1.5. The read was simple: short line, desperation spot, and the better roster at home. Even without Lamar Jackson, the Ravens finally looked like a complete football team. Tyler Huntley delivered a near-perfect day, completing 17 of 22 passes, while Derrick Henry powered in 2 touchdowns. Baltimore's defense forced a key interception late and closed the door, winning 30-16. Did we cash or did we burn? We cashed, clean, steady, wire to wire. Now, on to the next game. The fire stays lit, and the ledger keeps rolling.
Closing out the 1 p.m. slate, it was the 49ers versus the Texans, and our AI pick was Houston -1.5. The model flagged a trap line favoring San Francisco's reputation over reality, and Houston delivered exactly what the data predicted. C.J. Stroud shredded the 49ers defense for 318 yards and 2 touchdowns, distributing the ball to 9 different receivers, while the Texans controlled tempo from start to finish. The 26-15 final wasn't just a cover, it was dominance. Did we cash or did we burn? We cashed, decisively. Now on to the afternoon games, where the second wave of fire begins.
That wraps up the early window, and the numbers tell the story. We went 0-1 on Thursday Night Football, but the system came alive in the Sunday slate. 5 wins, 2 losses across the 1 p.m. games. That puts the AI at 5-3 overall, carrying momentum and profit straight into the afternoon stretch. Now the light shifts west, the crowds thin, and the data gets sharper. Let's see how the AI handles the 4 p.m. games.
We opened the 4 p.m. window with the Buccaneers versus the Saints, and our AI pick was New Orleans +3.5. The read leaned on a divisional underdog bounce, but the Saints' offense never showed. Spencer Rattler threw 2 interceptions. The Bucs' defense forced 4 turnovers, and edge rusher Anthony Nelson practically won the game himself with a pick-6, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble. Tampa Bay cruised to a 23-3 win as the Saints collapsed again at home. Did we cash or did we burn? We burned. Badly. Now on to the next 4 p.m. matchup, where the numbers try to strike back. Next up, the Cowboys versus the Broncos, and our AI pick was Denver 3.5. The system projected home dominance and quarterback momentum, and this one was never in doubt. Rookie Bo Nix threw 4 touchdowns, R.J. Harvey ran for 3 more, and the Broncos turned Mile High into a fireworks show. Denver rolled 44-24, extending their home win streak to 9 games and cashing with room to spare. Did we cash or did we burn? We cashed, emphatically. Now, we move deeper into the late slate, where pressure builds, lines tighten, and every number starts to matter. Next up, the Titans versus the Colts, and our AI pick was under 47.5. The model leaned on Tennessee's offensive struggles and a divisional defensive grind, but Jonathan Taylor and Daniel Jones tore that logic apart. Taylor exploded for 153 yards and 3 total touchdowns, including an 80-yard sprint that broke the game open, while Jones added 3 scores through the air. The Colts poured on points in every quarter, rolling 38-14 and crushing the total by nearly a full touchdown. Did we cash or did we burn? We burned, and it wasn't close. Now we move to the next matchup in the late slate,
Sunday night under the lights, it was Packers versus Steelers, and our AI pick was Green Bay 3. The model leaned on quarterback stability and line strength, and Jordan Love delivered a statement performance. He shredded Pittsburgh for 360 yards and 3 touchdowns, completing 20 straight passes at one point in a masterclass that looked every bit like an Aaron Rodgers sequel. The Packers controlled tempo and closed strong, winning 35-25 and cashing the spread comfortably. Did we cash or did we burn? We cashed, clean, commanding, and in control. Now we move to Monday night, where the week's final test awaits. And that brings us to the final chapter of Week 8. 12 games down, 1 left to play. The AI stands at 7 wins and 5 losses, already locked in with a winning record no matter what happens on Monday night. Thursday stumbled, the 1 o'clock slate roared back, and the late game split the field. Profit is secured, momentum is alive, and the data held steady through the storm. Now only one question remains under the primetime lights. Can the system finish strong, or will it coast across the line in silence? Monday Night Football decides it. Under the bright lights at Arrowhead, Patrick Mahomes reminded everyone why he's still the standard. 3 touchdown passes, nearly 300 yards, and a second-half surge that buried Washington 28-7. The Commanders hung in early. Mariota even found McLaurin for a score. But once the Chiefs' defense settled in, the gap between contender and pretender was obvious. Kansas City controlled time, tempo, and toughness down the stretch. And tonight's AI pick, Commanders plus 11.5, couldn't survive the onslaught. The Chiefs covered easily. Stay tuned. On to our full Week 8 recap. Did we cash or did we burn?
Through 8 intense weeks of NFL chaos, the AI has battled the lines, the traps, and the variants, and it's still winning. Week 1, 11-7. Week 2, 8-6. Week 3, 8-9-1. Week 4, 9-7. Week 5, 9-5. Week 6, 11-4. Week 7, 7-10. Week 8, 7-6. That brings the AI season record to 52 wins, 44 losses, and 1 push. A 54.17% winning percentage through 97 NFL games. Consistent, disciplined, profitable. Like and subscribe, and join us next week as the machine hunts for another edge. Will we cash or will we burn?